I did not want to make this video. It's a little bit of a problem that I got to share with you guys. I didn't have to share this, but after kind of stewing on it a little bit, I figured, why not share it? Being a business owner is difficult, even when things are going great. You're going to be presented with some challenges, and I got a big challenge right now. I don't know what the final resolution is going to be, but I've already taken my course of action, which I know is the right one. So just in the last video, I showed you guys loading up this wood, and I mentioned it was several orders worth of kiln-dried wood. I had a truckload in here, a third of a cord in the truck, and you notice it's not in the truck. It's now in these totes next to the truck. So after I spent all the time loading the truck, loading the trailer, I drove it 30 miles back home and then had an issue come up. And then I drove this 30 miles back and now it's got to come off the trailer. So I got a call from a customer this morning who I delivered wood to the other day, and they said they tried to have a fire and it wouldn't burn, and they even had some store-bought kiln-dried bundles that they mixed it with, and they said the kiln-dried bundle wood burnt and this wood was still in their fireplace unburnt. And that is the heart of the issue here. So I immediately went out to the truck and got my moisture meter out and split a piece open. The very first piece, which wasn't a huge one, the very first piece I tested at 32% moisture. So I put a stop sale on this wood. I canceled $1,500 worth of pending orders, and I called the company who I got this wood from and let them know what was going on. Now, the ball's in their court. We'll see how they want to respond and what the resolution is. But this is just a fantastic use of my time. Loading, driving, and now unloading this wood and not getting any revenue for it. So not only do I have all the time sunk in loading this wood, driving it back, unloading this wood, I spent about an hour this morning making phone calls to the customers who had placed orders for this wood, letting them know that I would have to cancel their order, refunding those orders. And thankfully, many of those customers were very understanding, and several of them have placed new orders for seasoned wood. So it's not a complete loss. But as far as this investment goes and the money that I've sunk in this kiln-dried wood that's sitting here on my property, it is not exactly the way I want things to go. So I figured I would do just a little moisture test across a sample of pieces and see where we read. And their wedge on their processor, I'm sure, is a big multi-way wedge. So you get some triangles, you get some squares. Sometimes you get some bigger pieces. As I look through their wood, it's almost all maple and oak. There's an occasional piece of sycamore, an occasional piece of hickory, but it's almost all maple and oak. And what I have here on the table in front of me is 5 pieces of maple, 5 pieces of oak, with an assortment of sizes that come off of the wedge for each species of wood. So I'm going to split them open real quick and we'll take a moisture reading. This oak, you don't need a moisture meter to tell that's sopping wet inside. That's on the biggest piece. You get down into a smaller piece, you can tell, I don't know how well this will come up, but we're dry out near the edges. Inside is super wet. Maple tends to dry out a lot faster, so there's no visible wetness on this wood, but we'll see what the moisture meter reads on these fresh splits. So piece number 1, right in the middle, 34. Piece number 2, that one's actually not reading anything, which is encouraging on that. That was a tiny little split. Yeah, piece number 2 is not reading anything. 31. Okay. Piece number 3 was a little bit bigger. 32. And the last one, right? Coming out for you, 37. 35. So this stuff's going to burn poorly, except for that tiny little piece. And then this oak, I bet a couple of these pieces won't even read. Yeah, you get into the big pieces, it reads OL, or over the limit. I don't know what the maximum read is on this particular meter. It's probably 55–60%. Next one was a small square piece, OL, over the limit. That's the same piece. This was another small square piece, OL, over the limit. Another relatively small piece, get right into it in the middle, OL, over the limit. Before anybody says there's anything inaccurate about this meter, we can go in the end grain. It reads zeros because the end's dried out for the whatever little bit of time this was in the kiln. The end's dried out. Shove it in the exterior on the bark side. In the sapwood, I've got 6 or 7%, but the actual internal moisture inside of that fresh split, over the limit. Then the last one here, you know, who knows, this could have been a standing dead tree when it went into the kiln. It's reading 12%, so maybe that one will do all right. But the overwhelming majority of this small sample, not even close to being ready to burn. So all around, guys, I would say it's just a huge missed expectation here. Now, at this very moment, I still have an inquiry out to the company. I figured I'll give them a day to figure out how they want to respond to my complaint about this wet wood. I don't actually know how I want them to respond. I don't want a refund on the wood. They're not going to come pick it up. I get that. What I want is wood, quality wood, that I can turn around and sell right now. That's what I want. That's what I was expecting when this load showed up. So I just hope we can kind of figure out on a very agreeable way to make that happen as quickly as possible. That's what I want. Best case scenario, there's wood in this yard that I can turn around and sell. If I had it here, I know I could sell it. It's just a matter of making it happen. Now, this wood that's here, there's already been thousands of dollars out the door on a product that I can't sell right now, or if I do, I have to sell it basically as green wood, because that's basically what it is. It's wood that people are not going to be able to burn and have an enjoyable experience with this heating season. And I know someone's going to ask, who is this company? And I should, you know, go ahead and just put it out there of who's selling this product and giving this experience. And every business has a bad day. Maybe that's all this was. Maybe it's a little oversight. I don't know. I'm going to give them a chance to respond, see if we can come up with an agreeable solution, and, you know, then I'll give it some more consideration on whether I name them or not, and we'll kind of go at it from there. But for the time being, just sum this up as a challenge of being a business owner. I said at the very beginning, even when things are going great, all these orders coming in, all this wood going out, finally get a new product offering for a premium product that's better than, should be better than my season wood, and all those orders come in, and then come to find out it's actually not at all what I was expecting. It's just one of many challenges being a business owner. But I'm gonna wrap us up for today, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.